I like how on our page we're like 30 minutes. Oh, it's okay. I feel like no one's even gonna be here right now because, sh- sure. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not on it yet. So okay. All right, let me put this away. Hey guys, I'm Anna, and this is BJ Podcast. We're back and better than ever. I'm just, I'm just ignoring me. I'm just straightening my hair right now. You saw my hair earlier. It's like a giant puffball. I recommend everyone look up Kabuki, Kabuki, and you can see, um, there's like a play that they do where they have like these like gods, I guess, and they look like demon things.
Yeah.
And there's a red one and a white one, and their hair is just like it
Okay.
looks like someone shot them with lightning.
Oh, lightning.
And then it's just like frizzled
It
and puffy,
wasn't
and that's
that
what my hair
bad.
looks
It
like.
wasn't like that. It was more like a majestic lion's mane. I was just like, whoa, you have a platinum blonde hair now. By the way, oh god, oh no, oh so many tabs. But yes, Kane is here. Kane, hello, long time
Whoa!
no
Oh my
see.
gosh, how awesome are you?
Kane is always here, on time, every time,
Like,
magically. So like,
we're
thank
not
you,
even on time. Thank you, Kane.
thank you, Kane.
Thank you for watching us, even
Yes.
though, I'm doing shit like this.
No, we entertain people. Last time we entertained you, me, Aubrey, Rachel, Kane, and Casey. So hey, BJ podcast is growing, and then we disappeared at our
Yeah,
peak.
we did get one more viewer the last time.
Yeah. By the
The
way,
guy that was our tutor, computer science tutor in high school.
Casey, yeah, like
Yeah,
math power of Peachtree City. The connection is always around. Like,
yeah, it's like a game. That's what
mhm.
it really is. Or it's a secret society.
Yeah, I'm
I wouldn't be
sure.
surprised. I just know.
Hmm.
This is really depressing. But so I get into we've talked about this. You asked me what my obsession was the other day,
Yeah.
and I couldn't think of anything.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
so me and Jim, we talk about this. So for both of us, and definitely me, every month or every 2 months, I feel like I have like a theme of
Theme.
something that I'm really interested in when I have free time.
Hmm.
And this month it's death and accepting death, and also human trafficking. Yeah. So
Oh,
that's the theme for this month. Sometimes it's a little bit lighter of themes. Like
that's
the other
okay.
time I was watching a lot of 1930s, 40s,
Hmm.
20s fashion videos and
Oh,
makeup
nice.
tutorials, like actually old videos,
Yeah.
like from that time.
Hmm.
And then the other time I was watching a lot of videos about like Japanese hosts and like their lives.
Hmm.
And then the other time I'm like super obsessed with plants. So each month it's different.
Yeah.
Do you have anything this month, June?
Trying to find a job. yeah, job, but that's so cool that you have something that is monthly. That's super
No, it's
amazing.
not cool. I mean, it's just like it's just something that I get into, and then I just go down the rabbit hole. Like, like I messaged you last night for me. It was it was afternoon for you. I was 2 a.m. for me
Hmm.
because I was watching documentaries about doctors who try to make death human, so
Mm,
they try to make it less medical and
mm,
they try to be really honest with the patients
yeah.
instead of giving them a false hope so
Hmm.
that people who are on their way out,
Yeah.
they can enjoy or at least they can, yeah, I guess enjoy the remainder of their life, whether that's 2 weeks
Mm,
or 3 months, you know.
that's
Because like there's like a story where this doctor was saying that he had a patient who was 9 months pregnant and she had stage 4 lung cancer, and she was
oh.
able to have her baby
Hmm.
on one lung, by the way, because that's the only one that was still hanging on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, sorry, I just heard my voice in the background.
You're fine.
Okay. And Yeah, and so the doctor remembers like he even told like a flat out lie. He was like, "Yeah, maybe we can do this surgery and it will help with this and maybe also your lung cancer." And it was just a complete lie, but he just couldn't
What?
bring himself to tell them,
Yeah.
"Hey, I know you just had a baby and you're so young and you have so much ahead of you, but you're gonna die." Like there's you have like a 0.2% chance of living kind of thing, you know? And it's like in the end they went through all types of chemotherapy and she like suffered a lot.
Yeah.
And I think she suffered really until the end. And I don't know, it just made me think like at that point, I guess
Yeah.
if it's really the end, you might as well just enjoy it because honestly, I don't know, what do you think? So it seems like most of the stage 4 situations, like I hate to say this, but it depends, I suppose, and I'm not a doctor, by the way. So if you do have stage 4 or something, I don't want to take all your hope away, but what they were saying is most of what they work with is like fatal, and there's been no like for this one doctor,
Hmm.
she said there's been no cases of people recovering.
At all.
Like you might prolong your life for a little bit, but also some of the treatments could shorten your life because of
The
the toll
therapy.
it takes
Yeah.
on your body. Yeah. What do
I.
you think? If you are given and Kane, if you want to participate in the depression, please comment as well. This is for both of you, and if we have anyone else watching this, okay.
Yes.
If
But.
you found out that you had stage 4 of something, some kind of cancer, and you had about three, let's say 3 months to live. That's like the common thing. I mean, it could be less and you really never know, but maximum 3 months. Um, and you could try to get treatment, and there's a possibility you could prolong your life, let's say another 3 months. But there's also a possibility you could shorten your life, and even if you prolong your life, you would be in possibly more pain
I would.
because,
I would
yeah,
probably try to prolong it. I don't know. You never know. Like,
yeah,
I do hear like people saying, "Oh, I tried it." I'm sure it's one in like 10,000 billion. But every
yeah,
time I do something, even today, I didn't go to the gym today because I always procrastinated, and I like being on always running out of time on things, right? So I would
yeah,
probably try to chase it because like I don't like the fact that I have 2 months left, so I have to spend time with my friends and family. I would rather like to try to find a way to prolong it, but also like
Um,
hang out with family, of course, but like fight the treatments and be there and be like, I'll probably in the cell or not a cell, or like probably the hospital cell, getting treatments, trying to get better, and have visitors where I'll try to fight it. And I'll be like, don't try to prolong it. If not, I'll be like, well, at least I tried, and be like,
yeah.
mm. What about you?
And what about you, Kane, also? If you want to participate. It's a
Hmm.
little depressing. Um, yeah, I definitely have a fighting spirit. But if the dog, I don't know. And the thing is too, like, I would want to believe what the doctor says,
Hmm.
but then I feel like if the doctor tells you you're gonna die, there's gonna be a large part of you that doesn't want to believe it and or
Yeah.
thinks possibly maybe the doctor, like maybe you just need to try something else. Maybe that doctor isn't right for you. I guess I would agree. I would definitely get different, um, I would definitely talk to different doctors and get their opinions first.
Hmm.
Because there's been situations of doctors telling people that they're dying and then they go to like other doctors and they're like, "What? No,
Hmm.
we can definitely do something." So I think after that, if I went to like, I don't know, 7 specialists and they're all like, "Yeah, you're gonna die." Obviously, they don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Um, I think, oh, I don't know. I think I might want to enjoy the rest of my time because it's like if you have, let's say, 3 months versus 6 months, but in those 6 months, most of or a lot of your time you're going to be in a lot of pain and you're going to be spending a lot of that time at a hospital. I would say I would just prefer shorter time,
Yeah.
but make it more meaningful.
Yeah.
So enjoying time, spending time with my family and friends, and doing some things I wanted to do at the end. And, you know,
It's like it's. I guess it's so depressing. I feel like if I were there, if I had like 100 lists to do before I die in the given month, I'd be like each time I check stuff, I'll be happy. But then towards like the end, when you finish it early, I'll be like, I guess I'm ready to die.
there is a movie like that though. I think it's called The Bucket List.
Yeah, but I would. I don't know. That's the thing. I guess it's also. I don't know. But I feel like at that point, I would just be like, I would still try to fight it because I really don't like the fact that after I'm done, I'll have to accept my fate. I'd rather like fight the fate because like you never know. I always like was like, oh, I'm gonna do computer science or I'm gonna do graphic design, and then I fought it and be like did something else. So I'll probably fight it and be like, yeah. I feel like it's more depressing to like let's just accept it coming and just do a
Yeah,
bucket list, and when it's done
yeah,
you're just like, yeah, I have no purpose in life to live. But I feel like everyone that I know, at least I don't know anyone except my grandpa who died. I feel like he fought. He came back to life one time, but I feel like he fought all the way. So I'm like, I'll probably fight all the way. And if I die, I'm pretty sure I'll be like, cool. Is this
yeah.
heaven?
I mean,
Yeah.
in that sense, you might be like, well, I did my best to fight it, and you might feel proud in a way, you know?
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, I'll probably be like that. Kane said I would want them to be honest with me, telling me, and I wouldn't get the treatment. I feel you, man.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. If yeah, you get the different opinions and it's from specialists and they're all like, I mean, look at this, here's the facts, you can see this, this is my experience, and this is what usually happens, and this is what it looks like.
Hmm.
I don't know. But I do definitely understand you too, June. Like you just feel like you need to fight.
Yeah.
But I don't I was actually it was interesting though about what you said about possibly like if you lose the will to survive, a lot oh, I have like half my lip. If you lose the will to survive, um, then it's like, or if you're like negative about your survival, I think the rate of survival decreases.
Yeah.
So, or like the your
Oh, yeah.
lifespan for example, so people like die faster because they're like, well, I'm gonna die. But on the other hand, this woman at her hospital, she focused on enjoying the remainder of the people's lives,
Oh,
and they actually ended up surviving longer because of that.
that's nice.
Like they actually have like they kept the data, and they actually had a longer, a higher survival rate,
Yeah.
or not survival rate,
Yeah.
I guess, lifespan, because they eventually died.
Mhm.
Because her hospital is for people who are
Gonna.
dying. So she specializes in dealing with, I don't want to say dealing with, but taking care of treating children who are
Oh my
dying.
god, children! That's way
Yeah,
more sad. Oh my god, they
yeah, I
just.
know.
Oh god, this is why that's like I always avoid those animes when it's like little kids that's about to die and then like the entire movie or plot is like trying to give them a good time. I'm like, well, I just want to pretend they don't exist and live ignorantly and be like, yes,
Those movies get you.
yes. You're
And then
crazy.
the ones that are the best, meaning like the worst, like, but I still love them because I like depression a little bit, depressing things.
Yeah, you made it your
Not depression.
friend.
I like depressing things, not depression. That's rude. Okay, that's not what I meant. Anyways, um, yeah, like when the story is like when they're dying, but they don't tell people, and then you figure it out in the end, and they're like, I was dying this whole time. Thanks for giving me a good final moments. I got to live like a human. And I'm like crying.
Yeah, I'm crying, but it's also bad on the other part. But like, I'm sure it just sucks, you know. But then we need death. Because people would live that if you watched The Good Place, spoiler alert, the season finale, they're like,
I watched The Good Place. I love that show.
yeah, like, do you know how people in the Good Place got bored of it because there was no like the final? Because they were always partying, and they created this door. If you pass it through, then you're gone and you disperse this energy, right? So like, I feel like that added more meaning to the Good Place, the actual Good Place, because they were like, oh yeah, I don't know, this been like this for the last 100 billion years, so like there's nothing special. But I feel like because people, the fact of death exists, people live to their fullest. And I feel like if we were to be on that cancerous journey and we're on the fourth stage, I feel like because we know we're gonna die, I feel like that's gonna have more will to fight and more will to live and something to look forward to, I guess, in a way. You know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying, but I feel like you get the point.
If there's anyone out there who is fighting cancer, like you're like so strong. I think my grandpa, I wasn't like related by blood, but he fought with cancer for 3 years.
Oh my.
Yeah. And that was really hard to watch. I feel like there is a lot of situations where people can survive, can recover, and I just hope that you guys have support near you. And I feel like I don't really have enough knowledge to be support, but yeah, keep fighting and do what's best for you. I guess do what's best for you.
Get tested. I don't know. I feel like I should get tested. I never got tested for cancer. I feel like people do this checkup, right? I feel like you need to do it and find
Yeah,
out you're early.
for especially men, prostate cancer.
Do they really put their finger in there and be like, blue, blue,
Yes,
blue? God. I feel like I need
they make
to.
you cough. This is for men, by the way. I've never done this. I just know this from.
It's scary. Yeah, prostate cancer, breast cancer, there's skin cancer, there's lung cancer. I'm like,
Um,
why do you love humans so much, cancer? Huh? Bitch? Why? I'm not even gonna respect you because you're a cancer. Hey. I don't know. But then, like,
oh my god.
I don't know, I fucking wanna, like, punch that and be like, you bitch. But hey.
Okay, here's what I picture. You're on a stage, like a underground, it's like underground rap,
Hmm.
like Eminem old
Oh,
style.
yeah.
And then there's you, and then there's cancer,
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck you, fucking bitch, you're a little bitch, bitch. And
Yeah.
everyone in the crowd's like, yeah, get
Yeah.
off the stage, Cancer.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What if the cancer has feelings, but then it's bad? But then I was
You
watching
don't
like.
give a shit. You know, Corona, Rona probably has feelings,
That's
but Rona
true.
needs to get out of here.
That's
She needs
true.
to go.
Rona gotta go.
She needs to go.
That's what I was watching too. I was watching a Korean drama, and this character has a stage 4 cancer, but he was like a really like emotional, like very emotional dude, and he was crying to
Yeah.
his girlfriend like, "Hey, why don't you just kill those cancer cells?" And he was like, "Cancers are alive too. They're living things. I don't want to kill living things." And I was like,
Ew!
"Bitch, this cancer is
What?
killing you, right? So you don't want to kill living things." I'm like, it was such a badly written script, so I just cringed.
That was so poorly written.
Yeah, it was like,
There's people who have cancer maybe watching that are like, what the fuck?
right? Like, how dare you?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, cancer lives too. You know, maybe that's the point where you're like, that's true. And then you slowly fade away and you let them
it was a
live their
really
life.
weird drama because a main girl marries this dreamy dude, and then they may have a perfect marriage, but then her sister in law's a bitch. Like, so they get divorced because sister in law interferes so much, and I was like, okay. But then she meets this new guy, but then new guy who has cancer, right? Who says, oh, the cancer things are living things too. He's like having like serious cancer problems. So her ex boyfriend who realized
Yeah.
her ex husband who realized his ex wife was like actually a good person, and his sister in laws or his sisters was lying to him. He went back and said, "Take me back," and she was like, "Hell no, I'm with this new dude now," right? But then when she's like, I guess she becomes more weak and becomes letting him in as a friend, like her ex husband. But then her current husband and her ex husband becomes like a best friend. So like she's out, she goes out, but then there's a scene of like two men eating ramens together, and then the her ex husband giving massages to her new husband, and like, you're gonna get better, and he was like, hey, if I die, take care of my wife, her name for me. And then he was like, no, no, Hyung, you'll make it. And they're crying and looking at each other romantically. And I'm like, the writer is very shitty, but I like their lovey-doveyness. But like, it's very shitty writing, like super shitty writing. What kind of fucked up situation where your ex-husband and current husband does this? And then there's one scene when like the cancer husband's eating ramen because
Cancer husband.
yeah, his current, the main character,
Her
female,
ex-husband. No, her current husband.
her current husband who has cancer is
Yeah.
eating ramen with her ex-husband together,
Yeah, yeah.
because the main character doesn't let him have ramen because when you have cancer, you want him to eat like good stuff, right?
Yeah, you don't, especially because I feel like maybe in Korea there's like MSG.
Yeah, so there was a scene, two men were like, wow, we can finally eat ramen together when she's not around. And then like she comes in and be like, "Hey, why are you guys?" She's more like this. She was like, "Hey, why are you boys eating ramens when I told you not to?" And I'm like, "What kind of fucking family? What kind of wife would be okay with like your ex-husband?" And I don't know, but I thought it was so cornily written. It was great. Yes.
I just imagined like the guys just start like, having sex or something, and then she walks in, she's like, how could you do that without me?
Right?
Wow. And they're like, oh my gosh, no, it's not what it looks like. And she's like, I'll just watch from here.
That is true because they do sleep all in the same room. Her ex-husband
Oh
sleeps.
my god.
Her ex-husband sleeps on a bed by himself, but then there's a king bed with a couple next to each other. And I'm like, what is this drama doing? Like, what are they really trying to do? But then, like, the sister-in-law is such a crazy bitches. They're so crazy. It's all three sisters who haven't got married, and then they look after like their brother, who is the ex-husband. Okay, I'll give him a name. Her ex-husband is
This is
David.
so confusing.
Okay. Her ex-husband is David, right? David
Okay.
has terrible sisters who are shitty to the main character, right? But then David's sister is really unhealthily, even creepily romantically caring for their brother so much. There's a scene every night before he goes to bed. All the three sisters wraps around this king bed, holding hands together. They're praying to Jesus while kneeling, while yeah, it's really creepy. While praying
Wow,
to
what?
while kneeling like this, but their brother is like above them, so it's like because the bed is super tall, but the sister-in-laws are like all holding hands praying to Buddha and to Jesus and to other gods every night. And then even when they get married, they're like, we refuse to have our only brother living by himself with his wife. We want him to live with him. You have to live with us. Even when they're about to, on the first night of marriage, they all come in. Three sisters come in, hold hands, and the main character's like, I did not marry into this. So it was such a weird but fucked up but dramatic but story.
What the hell is this drama?
But it was nice because I like this train wreck of like, oh god, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, that's the whole thing. It's like a nice train wreck.
Oh yes.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you like watching train wrecks?
Oh yes.
Like as in like dramas or like in movies or in real life, just situations that are just they're going downhill, but you just can't look away. You're like, this is just terrible and it's getting worse, but I have to watch it. Juicy.
That's the thing. Oh my god. I was about to ask a direct question, but then I was like, nope.
Wait, what question?
I was like, speaking of looking at a train wreck, have you ever watched an accident happen in front of you?
Oh my god. That's an interesting transition. Technically, that's right. That's a technically
Right?
accurate transition. An accident in front of me. I do remember when I visited you at SCAD one time, there was that, there was like, remember there was like a bombing or something on the,
Oh, together! Yeah, we were
on the
together!
road?
Yeah!
No, because I went outside and I was like, what is all that smoke? Like, that's not natural. And
Yeah.
then we realized that was the accident, and then it was like all over the news, and so I couldn't like, I saw the beginnings of it, I guess,
Yeah, smoking and
but I didn't see the actual thing. I've seen like on the road, like I've seen accidents like aftermath, but I've never seen it actually happen. I've been in an accident before, but it wasn't like extremely serious, as in like no one really got hurt.
That's
I don't know.
good.
Have you seen an accident?
I seen two that I can remember, but that's good. I wouldn't recommend anyone. And Kane said he can't watch Trainwreck because it's so cringe. I turn it off. Respect, because
Respect.
yes.
Kane doesn't waste his time.
Yeah, I like to waste my time watching train wrecks. That's why I watch Real Housewives, because it's a train wreck. But
But it's so juicy, I guess, you know?
it's so juicy. They fight over like such a little thing, and every time I'm like, I've been there for you, Sarah, and it's so great. I like looking at all these rich middle-aged women, who's some of them gold diggers who married billionaires, fight over like yachts and like her not coming to a birthday party, her not inviting you to a birthday party, and
So dumb.
fighting about it for 7 episodes. And then like after 2 seasons later, they bring it up. I remember in 2014 that you did this, and I'm like, I thought you made it up and everything's good,
Oh my
you know?
God, that sounds like my family, not my mom's family.
It's,
Oh my God.
it's so bad, but you can't.
Do you
unwatch it.
remember 7 years ago when you said this? Because I do, because I wrote it down in my journal that I keep in my desk.
Oh my God, so cool.
And I'm like, all right.
All right, cringy people.
Also, like those sort of situations where they're like, you said this 7 years ago, that's what they heard too. So it's not necessarily like, I mean, you would know if you said it, or like, you know, maybe you forget, but it's like a lot of those things, especially when people are writing journals, that's like their own biases are built into it. So if someone's like, I wrote this journal 7 years ago and this is exactly what you said, possibly, but also
Who gives a
probably
shit?
gonna be full of biases, and I'm gonna be like, I can't trust that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's weird. Family fight. By the way, was that bed always there behind you?
Yeah.
I feel like it's new for some reason.
No.
Well, I might be thinking of a different room, but it's nice.
What do you mean? It's been here this whole time.
Well, I never noticed it, and now I'm noticing it's a beautiful bed.
It's folded.
Maybe, I don't know. For some reason, I always thought it was like a ground, like a wooden floor, but I'm
It
sure.
is.
I'm sure if I look at the old
I'll
episode.
show you my beautiful pajama pants. Mmm,
Yeah.
spicy.
Oh yeah. I assumed it was like a. You got like a the tall one with the
BJ podcast.
with the with the thing on the bottom. You know, when you buy American beds, there's like a thing at the bottom with like a stand, and
Oh,
then you
like
put another
the
pet.
base, the bed base, I guess.
Yes, but I love how you were like, ooh, yeah,
No,
baby.
I just have a foldable bed.
Mattress. Beautiful.
Yeah,
By the way,
but
don't buy reclining beds. It's not worth it.
it's okay. I have this. Yeah, you can go back.
See, right?
You guys like this video?
Yeah, we can talk like this. So welcome to BJ Podcast,
Oh my God.
where Anna
No!
became a vampire and she can't get back up. Yes, oh, she's back up. By the way, I'm returning mine. Isn't that sad?
Why?
It's a fucking bitch because do you know how to like take it off? You can't take
What?
it off. That
What?
chair, you assemble it yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, gaming chair assembling is easy, but the the bottom part with like a wheels, I had to get a hammer to like take it out.
I don't have wheels on mine. Mine is a special floor one.
But does it have like a the holder thing like at the bottom that you
It does.
Yeah, so once you put it in there, you can't get it out because you've been sitting on it. So I hate the way you disassemble. I looked up the video and everyone's like, who the fuck is this equipment to disassemble this kind of a chair? But I'm ordering a new one because like I wanted like a pinky one with like a League of Legends logo. So I'm ordering a new one. So I'm returning it, but it was a bitch to take it off. But yes. But yes, that's where I am. Pinky.
I was even considering just like getting rid of this one just because it's so big and like bulky and it doesn't match my room at all.
It doesn't.
Like my room is wood, this light wood and white and green.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I have this.
You made it work, but I do agree it doesn't match the decor. That's also another reason why. And like I'm just keeping, I'm just keeping the. You can't even see it. Can you see it? Yeah, I'm just keeping the old chair I had. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess the gamer chair was nice for a few months, but what the shit
Oh.
go?
Also, June, I know you have a standing desk as well.
Yeah.
And I just ordered one.
Oh my god! Welcome to the club.
But like I got like a smaller one, so
Still,
it's like
yeah.
because those standing desks can be like $1,000.
Did you go to IKEA? IKEA has $200 one. That's the one I got.
No, I got one on Amazon, and it was like I think about 100.
So nice, yes.
What? Yeah, but it's not like a big one, so it's gonna be like this. It's not like this. It's gonna be like this, and then I got like because I think it goes up to 110 centimeters or something. It's tall, but it's still like not what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna buy the super expensive ass one, so I'm getting that. And then I got like
Wow.
a small like smart desk.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna place it on top of that.
Yeah.
And then the smart desk you can like turn
Lift
it
it.
like this,
Yes.
whereas the standing desk I got you can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'll just put that on top of that,
Yes.
and then I can go into it.
It's amazing. I'll tell you, it's nice. And you're gonna have so much time that's gonna be like, because you know when you work for so long with your
Yeah.
bag, now it's, I'm so happy for you. Here's your crown. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I
Um.
actually, where, darn it, I looked up some information about standing desks. Hey, is everyone having a good time? We're talking about standing desks
I feel
now.
like if we have a bar or a club and we do a stand-up show and then we're just there, everyone's just watching us, we're totally gonna disregard everyone. We're just gonna have a,
Yes,
and
yes.
we're gonna be like, by the way, oh hey guys, yeah, how's the show? And they're like, this is what we came here for. And I'm sure we're doing great.
Yeah, and we'll just be like, if when we're like old, we're just gonna be teaching people like life lessons,
Oh
like
yeah.
while scratching their butts. Okay.
That would be nice, but then I don't know. After all your kids growing up, do you just want to open a bar together and just be like white glasses and be like, wow?
Oh my God, no. But maybe like I don't know. I think Korea probably has the same thing. In Japan, and I didn't realize this when I first got to Japan. So like, you know how in the US we have snacks, like,
Yes.
you know, something you eat
Yes.
in between meals. But then in Japanese, so they take a lot of English or, for example, German or I don't know, Spanish, whatever. They take a lot of other or Chinese, Korean, other words, and they, use like loan words, just like English. We
Yeah.
steal a lot of everything.
Yes.
Um, and so I thought maybe the word snack is like, made into Japanese, like a loan word, and it means, snack, like something you eat. So I saw the store and it just said snack on the top. And really quickly you realize it doesn't sell snacks. It's like, it's generally older women. It's a bar run by an older woman. And she like basically entertains customers. She doesn't do like weird
Okay.
things necessarily. I mean, she's just interesting because she has a lot of experiences. So she's really good at entertaining and talking to people. And it's usually smaller, like a smaller bar. And
Yeah.
a lot of the times they have like a little TV for karaoke. So it's like, yeah, I mean, maybe we could do something like that. And like the two of us are behind the bar. And we'll have like those like 5 regular customers who come like every night. Yeah. Anyway, so
We'll be like,
standing.
we'll be pretty cool. We'll have a standing desk. Well, it will be
I
a,
was
well, it will be a standing desk at a bar. You wouldn't. I don't remember any bartender sitting down. You're
yeah,
right.
we will have a really nice looking bar. It will be super fancy.
But I do like the idea of it like a tiny, maybe this size, so people, it won't be like crowded and sweaty. We just accept certain number of customers and be like,
Yeah.
hello, welcome, let's talk. And it's this troubled boy
Mhm.
or troubled girl from France, and they don't even speak Japanese or like they don't even speak English, and we're like,
They don't need to
oh,
speak any language. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have just, the bar and then just no chairs or tables and just have a floor with the floor, not even floor pillows because that's gonna get nasty.
yeah,
You can
nasty.
bring your own floor pillow if you want to. We have your bring your own pillow, BYOP. Not mistaken for the other thing.
Bringing your own
Right?
penis, yeah, or pussy, yes.
They're like, oh, I thought you meant bring your own pineapple. Okay, anyway, keeping it PG.
Yes. Warrior
And then we just
energy.
sit in a circle and it's basically intervention, but then you and me make fun of everyone. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, we'll be like, wow, that hair color, brave.
They like tell like a deep story about their trauma, their childhood trauma, and you're like,
Yeah,
wow, that
yeah,
hair color, it doesn't work for you.
yeah. I'm like, I understand you have a child trauma, but doesn't give you excuse for the have the hair color. Listen, if you want to get over and be a new person, change it to a new color. I was like you. I was wild and young, but I don't know. I feel like finding a hairstyle that works for you is hard. I feel like I was like exploring a lot with a lot of hairstyles, but then I think I finally found the one that I worked, and then I got a haircut, so it's fucking ruined. It still is nice, but
I mean, it still is nice. You
it's
said it
still
was fucking ruined, but it still is nice.
it still is nice. Like I had this really nice haircut last week, which was like a side bang. I've been doing side bangs, but it was way more longer and like thing. And I wanted to get it trimmed because I went had a horrible date, and Rachel was there with me like in haircut, so I felt good about it. I feel different, which is nice. But I feel like I finally found the haircut that worked for me, and then I just got
Yeah.
a cut right after when I found out this one works for me. But then I know this will grow into that in like 2 months, so yeah, that's I feel like that's a cycle. Cause Cause like if you want to keep that hair, you have to get the haircut every week to like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks to constantly get that length and stay in that shape.
Or you can do like when it gets like too long, just curl it a little bit.
Oh, that's true. Damn it.
Because I feel like if you like that look, cutting it short is like completely different. But if you cut it longer, I mean, if you keep it, if you just let it grow out a little bit longer and then you cut it like that
Hmm,
instead of like this, maybe that
that's
would be
true.
easier. Because yeah,
That's
you
true.
just do a little beep.
That's true. But then I guess I also didn't like I was annoyed in a way of like the hairs poking my eyes. You know the struggle? Like when you have longer hair. It,
Yeah, bangs for sure. Yeah,
so I
I
was just
feel it.
like,
Like this is like the good length.
yeah, it doesn't go out, touch it. But I was like, mine was like right here. So every time,
Exactly.
yeah. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just have a few months and then I'll go back to that hair.
Okay, wait a second. I might have it with me. Hold on. Well,
So many
so,
bugs. I hope you all die. Wait, can I catch
oh
it?
no, you can't tell. Never mind. Recently I went to a maid cafe
I
for the second
saw.
time ever. And I went with two like very nerdy people, so that was good. And they like enjoy it. And they're not shy, which is also good. Because if you go with
Yes.
shy, nerdy people, then it's becomes super awkward. But if you go with non-shy,
Mhm.
nerdy people who are there to have a good time and enjoy it, it's
Yeah.
way less awkward. And the girl I took a picture with, she
Mhm.
had the haircut like this, like her bangs were like this. So that's a way you can avoid it, June. Just have your bangs going like this.
Trying to
Like,
kill my sex life, huh?
it looks so cute on her, but
I'm
not
sure.
many people can pull it off, I think. Yeah.
That's true. That's nice when you find the thing that works for you. But then I'll be
Yeah.
so tired if I stay with that hairstyle for like 20 years or that makeup. Because I know some people who does, and I'm like, isn't it boring?
Oh, and also, just now that you mentioned that we have it for like 20 years, I got some inside scoop about maid cafes. Dun dun dun.
The
It's
floor is
actually
yours. Yes. Dramatic
so
music. Yes.
the girl she said you have to keep your same hair color and hairstyle, or else the customers will forget you because there's so many maids that and they might forget your name, which I forget people's names and stuff, but I don't know. I guess like they recognize you by your outer appearance, and if you change your hair color or your hair cut or you change it like too much, they're like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Oh God," because you kind of rely on customers, um,
It's
like
like
regular
it's
customers
like
who want to take
it's
pictures
like
of
a
you.
host bar. It's like a host bar, but not really.
So all of the girls like basically have to kind of keep their hair like the same, and like, yeah,
Oh my.
hard. That's hardcore
Remember
because
back in the day when
they
people
have
remember?
perfect hair. Like I would say 95% of those girls' hair looked like so perfect. I was like, damn, girl, you really took that time.
Yeah.
Respect.
Or like I don't know, or they could have just went to like the hair salon, but I feel like they're mostly broke, so I don't think they can. Do you think
Yeah,
in
I don't think they would have that. If it was like a cabaret or like
mm,
a nice club girl,
mm,
yeah, I think because they would make enough to cover it. But I feel like at a maid cafe, you wouldn't make enough to cover
mm.
getting your hair done.
Cause like I know host bar, like a lot of hosts they go to salons anyway, or even the transgender
Yeah, yeah.
host bars in Korea, they always go to hair salons and like makeup salon and get their makeup done. So I'm like, wow, that must be nice. I would like that if I don't have to do my own makeup. I'll just go there and be like, wait, have you ever get it done before? Besides me doing it to you, have you ever had someone you just like, well, you did fashion shows before, so like, I'm sure someone has
I've
done.
had it done many times.
How does it feel? Does it feel nice, or I guess it isn't the look you would want, or I
What do
don't
you
know.
mean? Like getting my hair styled?
Hair and makeup and everything styled. Was there a moment?
Oh,
Was there? I'll ask a specific question. Was there a moment during your modeling career, because you have a beautiful and long one?
not really
In
career,
my
but okay.
eyes, you had a modeling career, because
No.
no one I know has modeling
That
except
was
you.
like survival career because I wasn't making enough money on my job.
Hey, hustle, hustle. But was there a time when you got makeup and hair done that you liked so much you went out with it? And how did you feel about that one? Was it nice?
Um, I liked it, but and I went out with it, but I didn't. I wouldn't want it. I honestly though, like the people I've worked with before,
Mm-hmm.
um, I 100% honest. I could do better.
Ah,
I'm just like so serious. I could do better, and I know it.
I
And I
do.
don't just say
Yeah,
that because I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it. I could do
yeah,
better.
yeah.
They they take so long to do your makeup and they pile it on really thick and
Mm.
like it's still like a little questionable.
Mm.
And it's supposed to be really good quality, but I just
Mm.
feel like I could do better.
You don't think they were like a good people? I mean, they were good, but not like good makeup artist.
Yeah.
Mm. If you were to get a good makeup artist done, would you prefer to get it done like America, like because there's a lot of celebrities or Instagram artists, or would you prefer in
I
Japan?
don't care. I want them to be good and
Yeah,
listen to what I say.
as long as
If
they're
they do
like good.
that,
Hmm.
I'm Gucci. If they will take even a good makeup artist too, they will listen to what you say, but I feel like they will also use their own discretion and make something that suits your face.
Yeah.
So if they can do that, then they're good and I'm happy.
Hmm. We should do that. There's like a Korean YouTuber channel. She basically is Korean and she goes around the world to get makeup done from famous salon and critique it from Korean's point of view and be like, oh, this is too American for me, right? But there was a time when she went to Japan and got a makeup done from a makeup artist in Japan. She went to Thailand, she went to Philippines, she went to Vietnam, she went to Russia, she went to America. It was really cool. So I would have fun if I can afford it and we
Yeah.
could just go to like a makeup salon together and just get makeup done from professionals that are pretty famous and we can be like, oh, I'll probably get done super fast and I'll just come and look at you because like I feel like they would use more colors on you and it's gonna be so much fun.
I know, but we could do like if you wanted to, I don't know, really dress up. Like for example, if you come to Japan and well, honestly, I mean, I don't know if you would want to do drag in public.
Not in Japan.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
What about if we went to there's an area that's kind of like what you said in like Hongdae, you have like Gay Hill or whatever.
Oh, the crossdresser area? I wouldn't put it because I probably want to get.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to
Yeah, I wouldn't
yeah.
want to get fucked in drag. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be
I just
going. I
oh,
wouldn't be going to get it there.
like,
But then I do say this to my friend. I get very, 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 very self conscious and nervous in drag in public. Like if it's within SCAD, right? So
yeah.
SCAD, or even Georgia State when I did drag performances, I arrive in that building where everyone wants to come for a drag show, right?
Yeah.
And then I get ready in the backstage with my own group of drag queens, and then I walk out to a stage, and then I only hang out with other people. And I did hang out with you guys in drag afterward, or I usually de-drag and went outside with you guys afterward because I removed my makeup. I get very uncomfortable and shy because I do know like not everyone's okay with it. I guess it's also like me walking out of drag before at Georgia State. A lot of people threw slurs at me before, so I know it is not
Oh my
accepted.
God.
Yeah, I know they were like, "Oh, look at him," and like, "Ooh, maybe you should," like, and like guys would whisper that, like walking by these young. So like, I get very conscious about it. I did it one time at Anime Expo, 2017 or something, with Alara, and Alara was like so nice. She was like, "It's okay, June, you're fine," and I was like very anxiety. I was like, we went to a restaurant together, like an actual restaurant in downtown Atlanta or in LA in drag, and I was just very self conscious. I was like super weak because if I know I'm not at the gay area when I know I won't be accepted. I do know like if I were to go to the Japan and the Homo Hill, I would still be accepted, but I think it's just I get very nervous for it because I still have to go to other areas that's not gay accepted in drag, and that's what really scares me, I guess. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because there are some crazy people out there.
Hmm.
That makes sense. Like, that's so sad that you would have to be concerned. Because I guess it's almost like a safety thing too.
Yeah.
You might be concerned with your safety, which honestly, people who are transitioning or people who
Yeah.
are are trans, I always get confused. Transgender and transsexual. Transsexual is with the genitals, right?
I don't. I think transgender and transsexual is the same thing. Transgender, it's not transsexual. I think it's just gender. It's not sex. I think that's what it is now. I think that's what it always
Okay,
was.
maybe it's changed to be the same thing.
I think so. I think maybe there has to be a different. I honestly don't know. I'm not educated, so I wouldn't say
I
much on.
always thought gender, it would be like when you say that that's who you are, and then transsexual is when you actually get the surgeries. But I feel like nowadays, like when you think about it, there's so many in
Mm-hmm.
between things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll just say transgender, like people who, and then sometimes it's some people don't looks as much or don't, so to say, pass as the gender that they that they say that they are. So I feel like those people are so strong too. Like anyone who does that, like going
Ooh,
out,
ooh, I got
because
it.
like there's some freaky ass, scary ass people that just because you say, I'm a woman or I'm a man, they're
Mm-hmm.
like they just can't accept it and they're like crazy. Like
Yeah.
people are so violent. Like it's just so scary.
It is, and people are weird. And I found a term on it. So transgender is an umbrella term for whose
Yeah.
gender identity or gender expression is different from their assigned birth gender. So so people who doesn't identify at the assigned gender at birth is transgender, and transsexual is an older term that originated in medical and psychological community, still preferred by some other people, but unlike transgender, which is like an umbrella term with people who identify as a different gender, even though they have male genitals, they might identify as a female. There's transgender, or people who identify as female who did went through surgery is also transgender. But unlike transgender, transsexual is not an umbrella term. Many transgender people do not identify as transsexual, so I don't know. Many transgender do not identify as a transsexual, I guess. So I guess it's
Yeah.
more of an older, outdated term.
Yeah.
I
Thank
feel
you for looking that up, June.
yeah, because I was also confused too. So I do.
Right.
We don't use transvestite. That's wrong, I guess. Um,
What is transvestite even?
I don't know.
My
But
image is just, yeah, very negative because the word like festa or fest, it reminds me of fester. Like a wound is festering, is like it's basically uh it's a rotting, I guess is the same meaning. Transvestite just sounds so bad. Like I feel
yeah,
like there's such a negative image attached to it.
yeah, transgender versus transvestite. It's very. But Kane says I'm a head out. It was a great seeing you guys.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
God,
Kane.
Ken! Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you. And Aubrey's here. Aubrey said, "I love your new hair color," and yes,
Aubrey! Kane, have a wonderful day. Be
yes.
magical. Live your life. Be yourself.
Oh
And
boy,
be
train
like,
wrecks.
fuck all you bitches.
Yes, be a bad bitch.
You like them. And then you'll be like, I love you, bitch.
Yes, but yeah. I want to go to Japan. I have nothing to do. It's the perfect time to go to Japan, so why not?
My mom was thinking about coming to Japan, and I keep telling her she has to come during cherry blossom season at least once. And she's thinking about coming this year because, yeah, she's like, oh, the tickets are cheaper.
Upcoming
And
year
I
or
hope by
2021?
then the situation will be okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'll probably have a job by then. I really hope so. If not, I don't know. I don't know. I really
Me
don't know.
too.
I literally told my friend who wants to go to Florida, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere until I get a job. I can't.
Damn, good for you.
It's so bad, but like I've been spending money as if I have a job, but I don't have a job. So I need to be like money. Wow, and do not get an Amazon credit card, which I did get, which is nice. It does have like an installment payment, which is why I got it. So if you bought like a $400 TV, you could pay like $100 a month for 4 months, so it doesn't feel as like taxing to your wallet. But it's just the same thing, right? No, it is the same thing, but it doesn't charge your bank account unless you charge it manually. So like if you can't control yourself, usually like me, I check my bank account a lot so I see the damage. But then for Amazon, I didn't see any damage for like 2 months.
Oh.
So I kept spending as if I had those money, but no, it just doesn't go through it, and that's Amazon's creaky, greedy way of system. So I was like, wow, y'all lied to me. So I'm returning a lot, as you can see. That's why also returning that gaming chair. So I'm like, wow, I guess I had this much money, but I didn't. So I'm like, thanks, Amazon, you lied to me. But yeah, but yes, I'm sure they didn't lie. I'm sure they had like a small print that says we're not gonna charge you unless you pay for it yourself. So it's very bad. But yes.
Weird.
Yeah. It's so mean. Amazon. Aubrey says, I feel the struggle. I'm broke AF. I feel you. I feel you, man.
No, I don't know though. They said like it's not good to say broke. I'm broke. Like we joke about it and stuff, but it's better to say I don't have money right now. So, and you can internalize it and really feel like, well, I don't have money now, but I will soon. Okay, well, just so you know, I just took some bars of chocolate and I'm pouring salt into it. Yep.
No, continue. What are you doing with that salty chocolate?
Nope, and then now I'm heating it up. So I don't have a microwave, which is funny because I got like some dinner to go yesterday,
Oh.
and the lady's like, oh, just heat it up in the microwave for 15 seconds. And I'm thinking, I don't have a microwave.
But you have your pan, right? You can hit it on pan. It's so lazy, but like, you know.
I heat it on the stove.
Wow, look at Japan. Like, oh.
Look at Japan. Look at your pan, you know. Okay.
I don't know. Your apartment seems modern AF, so I don't know. I like it.
Thanks. I'm thinking about changing it a little bit more because, so basically I have like this huge table because I was like, yeah, everyone's gonna come to my house and it's gonna be so great. Okay, I guess it might be loud. I'm not sure. Is it loud? Can you hear that?
No.
Can you hear that?
It's beautiful. No, I can't hear that. It sounds
Really?
normal. No? Oh, I wish I can take you. I actually redid my room and I want to show you. It's so nice. But I can't take my camera out, so I'll probably do it on a separate call. But I have two standing desks. I have one small one when I'm
Yeah.
using on right now, and I'm also redecorating this room as you see a mess behind because it's good to change I change my room every 6 months because I like doing it because I swapped the standing desk around to find a different composition. I also have to change rooms around because this room gets cold in winter and everything. So like, it's nice that I'm transitioning, but like, I moved the really big standing desk to my bedroom, so I have like a standing TV desk now, so I can just lie on the desk or lie on the, not lie on the desk. I can just lie on the bed, and then like TV's at my eye height, so I don't even have to like look down. So I'm like, ah, yes, it's on that.
Whoa! Do you have? Where is that? I want to see.
Oh, it's in my bedroom. I'll show it to you on line call after the thing. And then the other night I got so lazy of turning my own light and we don't have a smart light. So I ordered this Japanese switch bot, which is like really cheap, not really, $15 on Amazon. It links to your phone, so if you press it, it presses a switch for you, and it can be any switch, like a coffee machine or a light button or like an air conditioner or even your garage door. It's as long as you have your phone.
Whoa!
So
How does
like
that work? Like, how you just. Whoa!
it has an app goes with it. It has a Bluetooth. So like so what I did was like I bought a cable with like a multiple outlets, right? So you have multiple things like TV and lights connected to it. So when I just want to go to sleep, I press the button and then the light and TV and everything goes off. And I'm like, yes. It's a smart house.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't have a smart house, but the Switch bot makes thing a smart house because it just has a smart switch. So it's a really good innovative item. It's from Japan, so I'm sure they sell
Yeah.
it in Japan way cheaper. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's pretty popular, especially because there's like so little space here. It's like popular to take things and make it easier and
Yeah.
compact.
Yeah. And make it smart.
Smart.
But yeah, it's just me being lazy, and it also is bad because I spend more time watching television when I never had to. So it's what quarantine does to you. But yes.
Quarantine.
And Aubrey said, I miss y'all so much. I want to live in Japan again. And I have a feeling you might. Because I think she did say she have a feeling she want to move in Japan, maybe.
Aubrey, if you come and live in Japan again, we could be like neighbors.
Neighbors, yeah, we can look out for each other. And be like, did you hear that scary noise downstairs? Was it Freddy? It won't be Freddy because it would be Japanese name. Would it be, was it Hitoshi-san? I don't know. What's a typical Japanese name? The like Freddy?
Yes.
Yes, that's the name. Yes. He told me no, right? That would be a frequent name.
What?
Frequent Japanese name like Freddy or David.
I don't know. Mm,
Oh, Hitoshi-san. Aubrey.
what?
Hitoshi-san. She laughed at the Hitoshi-san. Oh, Aubrey says I don't know what I would do work for though. My Japanese sucks. Wow. I don't think your Japanese sucks, Aubrey.
Yeah, it doesn't. You could do anything, I think. I mean, just, yeah. I mean, I guess in the beginning you can do like what I did, which is English instruction. Or you can do what I did at the very beginning, which is, well, I can't say this on YouTube because.
She
Anyway.
killed people for a living, so because that's what she's best at. Look at her outfit. She looks like a great killer living by herself.
Oh yeah, wait. Let me put this up.
Right? It looks like a like yes. Yes. Not like
Right,
that.
like
No,
this.
no. Oh my god.
Wait,
If you had a black mask, it would be nice. Oh my god! That's not a spy. That's like your psycho neighbor that lives next door. Okay. Yeah.
Hey neighbor, I noticed that your flowers are in my yard, and you know I don't like flowers.
Yes.
I move those a little bit that way, right?
And you lick the knife and be like, yes.
Oh my God, it's so freaky.
Aubrey says, wow, 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 such a Japanese word. She typed in Japanese. You know I can't read it, but what does she say? Oh God.
Should I read this? Hold on.
I'll send it to you on chat right here. What does
I
it
don't
say?
know what's going on. Modu?
She said,
There's a mo and there's a do.
what's a middle one?
it's not showing up. It just has this image of a circle.
Ha! I killed it.
You killed a bug?
Yes, I should wash my hand. I'll be right back. Let's kill this bug.
This is like the chillest podcast. Oh, God. I hope you can hear me because I feel like it's like really loud with my thing here.
Oh yeah, it's blasting, so I can hear you.
I'm gonna mute it, June. You can entertain. It's very loud.
Oh, I thought you meant I can hear you from the bathroom, because of course I can. Let's kill. I was gonna do this drag makeup. Like, I have a wig, but then, like, I'm too lazy to film a video. I don't know. But wait, let me find it. Ooh, bread. I said once up. Oh, Aubrey said I can barely hear the background noise, and haha, you're daijobu. You're daijobu. Unmute yourself. But I guess you also have to cook. So
Can you hear it now, though? I feel like it's loud, right? It's loud.
No.
No, you can't hear it. Really?
Just your voice.
Oh wow! Cause my kettle is right next to my laptop, and it's like.
Your kettle must be a 50-year-old man. I really imagine kettle with like a face with and a wrinkles. That's literally like.
I have to decide what bread I want to eat with this. I think I'm going with this basic.
That's the most Japanese bread I ever seen. What kind of bread is that? So different than American bread. It even has a peel. But yeah. Ooh. But I did get this lipstick from Pink Age, which I did order a wig from, which I don't understand, a Korean wig company that sells lipstick. Aubrey says, I can barely hear the background noise. You die, Jobu. She says, nope. When you probably said, can you hear it? She said, no. And then Aubrey says shokupan, and I don't know what shokupan is.
Oh yeah, it's just the everyday bread that you eat. But it's like the Japanese one is a little different because it's like a little sweeter.
I like it. I like sweeter bread.
It's just white. It's like white bread.
Why gotta be white, huh? Why can't it be black? You know. But I'm wearing this lipstick called Poetic Movement, which is such a bad name. But it's
Poetic movement? What? That's fine.
Poetic Movement.
Because it's a poetic movement.
But it's actually a lipstick for men, which Korea has, which I really,
That's so
really
cool.
like. Because it's a really natural shade. And that's it. It's like a very natural lip shade, and you can't even tell on dates.
You can't.
And it's like a really, really good. Cause like for a longest time, I do like, you know, my mouth before was dead, right? Like I look like a zombie. But like, I like having color in my mouth, so it's nice that like American product. Ooh, marriage. What does that mean? You're getting married? Oh, marriage?
Yeah, I think so.
What's the difference between marriage and marriage? What is it? Is it a marriage in a box?
It's a tea brand. I'm crazy, so I use 2 packs.
You're fine. Oh yeah. Aubrey says love equality, and that tea box is beautiful. But yes, lipstick for men. That's why we need to have it. Cause like American lipsticks, I usually use tint, and I use like a half of, like, you know, when you use a lipstick, you put it on right when I do drag. But when I do male makeup, I just do half of it on my hand and then use it. So I'm so happy there's male lipsticks out there. So it's like, yes.
Wow. I just think it's nice that they're being more inclusive.
Yeah.
In the marketing and stuff. Because in the end, I mean, really, it's basically the same. It's just a more watery version, more watered down version, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like a natural like lip gloss color.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just nice that they're marketing it towards men and being like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you guys can wear it too."
And they're saying you should
Yeah.
wear it.
And we both know, okay, that a lot of guys actually do. Like, okay, I mean, all the pretty boys or whatever are wearing the makeup
Oh
like that.
yeah, hell yeah. And the marketing and like the ad, they had both male and females because it's intersex, unisex. So it was
Yeah,
nice to have both models, and I'm like, wow. So I can imagine, okay, because like sometimes when I order lipsticks, I do use it for male purposes, and I don't know if it's like,
yeah,
can I wear it on date? So it was nice seeing like male models because they did had like a lipstick that was for more expressive males that was like very bright and pink, and I was like, didn't want that one, so I found like the muted color that was like for darker skin or tan skin. So I was like, ooh, nice, one that works on me.
it is. It looks so natural. I would never know you're actually wearing it.
Oh, it's like
Maybe if I was like, yeah, it's like a good natural color.
yeah, it's a shame that I have to get it from Korea and nowhere else, and pay like $17 shipping fee. But hey,
Well, hey, I guess when you go to Korea the next time you can stock up.
I
But that's a little
know
dangerous.
they'll be like, "Why is your bag full of lipsticks?" And I'm like, "You don't know me. How dare you?" And they're like, "Actually, I'm an airport attendant, so it's my job." And I'm like, "But you don't know me, so how dare you?"
You don't know me. You
You
don't
don't
know
know
me.
me,
So
so
shut
shut
up,
up, boy.
boy.
So
Shut
shut
up,
up,
boy.
boy.
That
Bye.
was the weirdest thing when I realized the lyrics weren't shut up, boy. They
Shut
were shut
up.
off.
Yes.
I'm like, what is that?
There's
Are you
some
a computer?
yeah,
No.
there's some lyrics that makes you question like, wow, you really had to do it, huh?
Okay, so now that I have the chocolate with the salty chocolate,
Oh, it makes
I'm gonna,
sense. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make chocolate bread.
yeah, I'm putting on the brown. That's that life where you go out and you spend money on food so that when you're at home you're like eating like a poor person.
Hell yeah.
But honestly, it's so good. It's simple, inexpensive, and really good. And
Yeah.
honestly, like if I get a chocolate cake, which I love chocolate cake, but I finish chocolate cake so fast, I'm like, but this one, oh wow, that blue is so nice on you.
Oh, thank you. It's my favorite blue. Cause you said it. That's why I like it.
It does look so nice.
But yeah, I chocolate cake is your favorite cake.
Anyways, I recommend doing this. Um,
Would you
for
go to? Would you
you
go
have
to?
some delicious tasting bread. That's the thing though. Like putting this on American bread, I don't know how good that would taste.
That's true. Cause I'm sure Japanese one has like a little slight of sweetness that works with it. Hey, I guess if you ever live in America, then you just have to bake your own bread at home and add some sugar and be like, just like Japan. Yes.
Yeah, you can make it for sure. Like it's not. I don't think it's that difficult to make if you're like used to making it.
Or you knock your door to your neighbor at your future house in America and you says, "Hello, my name is Dana. I came from Norway and may I please have some bread?" Yes.
I mean, that was kind of the look I was going for, like European. Like I was thinking more like Sweden or Switzerland.
I'm trying to think. Swedish accent. Do you want some flowers? Yeah? Right.
Yeah, basically, I think you just can't say J's. J's become H's.
So your
Or
name
is
is
it the opposite? H's become no, H's become J's. No.
Ya Ya?
Okay. I don't remember. I used to like 2 years ago I interacted with
Holland.
Swedish people a lot randomly.
How do you
But
feel
now
about... Oh, that's true.
I don't.
Do you like them, or did you have a pleasant experience, or was it bad, or was it weird?
I don't know, they were like friends.
Just casually talking, eating chocolate. Would you go to a chocolate buffet?
That's probably not good chocolate.
No, but it's like in five-star hotel. Okay. Because they have a dessert buffet, which they have a strawberry buffet and like
Oh, look at me, Jim. Look at me. I have done that, and I will do it again.
do what?
Eat like dessert buffets, but like at good places.
Ooh.
So the good places are where they bring around the tray with different desserts, and they just constantly bring the trays, and you're like, yeah, that's right, I'm fancy.
And I
And
feel
I
like
just feel that
I
way.
would be down. I would go and I'll be like, wow, what is this? Ooh, I can have this. Here you go. But I feel like that day I would cheat and eat something. I'll be like, yes.
I keep saying like when you come to Japan, I'll be like you're like you can pretend that you're like Japanese or whatever if you want to, and or like Japanese Korean or something, or like yeah he's the boss, I'm his assistant, and he doesn't talk to peasants,
Yes.
so that's why I'm translating. I mean I'm that's why I talk to me, okay?
Yes.
Look at him, but actually don't. You can't look at him. You're not allowed to look at him with your peasant eyes.
I feel like I'll do one hand gesture and then you spend like 2 minutes talking about that gesture. And I'm like, what are you saying? But you'll be like, yes, exactly. And I
Like a
probably,
long ass like paragraph.
yeah. Or what if I do like this, like really excitedly at someone, and you as a citizen, like, he is very offended. You have.
You smile, and I'm like, yeah, he's so offended right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, but he looks happy. No, no.
Yes. And I'll follow along, and if they ever question you, I'll be like, she's right. That's the only Japanese word I'll know. So I'll be like, oh, but Anna said this, and I'm like, nope, she's right. Aubrey said, ooh, it's like a Las Vegas bougie buffet. Yes, which I haven't been before, but I want to. Because buffet is my thing. I cannot find buffets in LA. What is wrong with you guys? It makes sense, but I haven't found a single buffet in LA versus in Atlanta, or Georgia, or not even Atlanta. If you drive locally in Georgia, there's like buffets everywhere.
No, we don't do those, June.
I do those. What do you mean? As a group, I respect your decision, and I'm your considerate friend, so I don't take you there when we're on a trip or like, of course. But usually, I'm like, no. Beverly
Right?
Hills? Aubrey said there's buffets in Beverly Hills. Would you go to that one?
It depends.
I feel like Beverly Hills just overpriced bullshit.
Probably. Like that's like the possibility.
Cause like whenever I watch like Real Housewives or like other shows, it literally looks like basicest thing, and I'm like, you think this should be $60 or $70? What is wrong with you guys? Like they would go to a sushi restaurant and like salmon sushi. I'm like, I'm sure like good quality sushi is expensive, but I don't think it's like the Japanese like authentic one where you have to wait 4 hours to get one. I would pay like $1,000 for those, but I don't think Beverly Hills it's like that, where everyone can just go without the wait, without waiting. And they have Chinese chef making sushi, so I don't know.
Well, hey,
Okay, I understood that. Yes, because
I went to like recently. I went to like there's like like the Brazilian restaurants where they bring the meat around
ooh,
and
the
stuff.
steak. Yeah. How was that?
Like it's nice, but it's also like I feel like for me, I can't even eat that much. Like sometimes I do enjoy like just like pigging out, but then like in general, I really can't like eat that much. So it's not like worth it. So price wise, buffets aren't worth it for me most of the time. And then the other thing is a lot of the time the food quality suffers. And then the other thing is um, I like presentation.
Mhm.
And if you're doing a buffet, you're doing it by yourself. And while you can make it look pretty and stuff, there's just something special about someone preparing it for you.
That's true.
I really like the art form in a way.
Yeah.
So those are a few of the reasons why I'm not like super into buffets.
Ooh, do they have a restaurant in Tokyo Tower?
What?
Do they have a restaurant in Tokyo Tower?
Oh,
Don't they? Because in Seoul Tower there's like a expensive restaurant.
probably.
I'm sure it's not as good as like an expensive buffet because it's like Atlanta, right? We have the rotating restaurant, right?
Oh, yeah, where the kid died.
Yes. And then I checked their food. It's literally like regular food, but they're selling it for 50 price. So I feel like it's literally same in Seoul and Tokyo Tower.
Yeah, I think so.
Aubrey said Las Vegas buffets are so expensive, but so freaking good. Would you do that one with me?
Okay, why are we in Las Vegas? That's the other question because I hate Las Vegas.
I wouldn't want to go because I don't like gambling, but I would go to see Mariah Carey. That's the only reason, or other celebrity.
Why would I want to see Mariah Carey?
Lady
Why would
Gaga?
you want to see Mariah
No,
Carey?
this
She's
would
like
be
a bitch.
this would be only my thing, but I
She's
like
a
her
really good
because it's,
singer.
yeah, I like her because I'm her. She's a bit. But what about Lady Gaga? Maybe.
I don't care about Lady Gaga.
Okay. Yeah, we wouldn't be in Vegas at all. I just want to go to Vegas so I can say I went to Vegas, but I know all the crimes happens in Vegas. A lot of people get street like picked and like whatever, all that good stuff.
Pickpocketed?
Yeah, but I'm like, it's one of the thing I just want to be like, I want to go for, I do it, but like it's like my number 65 on the list.
Hmm.
I probably want to go to Asia first, and I probably want
What?
to go. I probably want to go to Asia first, and then I
Yeah.
probably want to go to Hawaii, and then I'm done. Literally, I'm done with
What
it.
about you, Aubrey?
Yeah, what about you, Aubrey? Oh, Aubrey says you don't like Vegas with the two big puppy eye emoji.
Well, okay, also, I assume when you go to Vegas, are you going with your family?
I see.
After you answer that question, then we'll go from there.
Wait, why? Is it because they're paying for it, or you're having fun
Yeah.
time? Oh, that's true. If you were to spend a lot of money, that's true. If I were to spend a lot of money, I would go to Vegas with the boyfriend just to be on the penthouse and be like, wow, I'm rich. All these people are poor. Look at them. And feel better about myself.
I mean, I think it would be fun to go there and like party, but like honestly, like it's just not that great. Like, is it? Like,
There's
it's just
no,
not.
yeah, there's no thing. Because, Aubrey, this is maybe I love gambling too much. Oh no, this is bad. Intervention time. But I love watching the Cirque du Soleil. That's good. And she says, yeah, I do go with the family. Crying laugh emoji, crying laugh emoji. My friend just want to club and drink there, which of course isn't bad, but isn't for me. I know. We got you. Last time we went clubbing in LA. Oh, by the way, in LA, Aubrey touched a stripper's dick, which was nice.
Wait, really?
Yes, we gave her
Did you touch it through underwear or did you actually touch the actual skin?
Aubrey says, ooh, it was big with capital letters, all of them.
All right,
Ooh.
answer my question. Was it the skin or was
Yes.
it the clothes?
He was wearing spandex. I feel like he let you put your tip underneath his pants. I don't know. He was wearing very like
Was he
literally.
beautiful or
Oh, he was
his
ripped, beautiful African American man. Like it was beautiful, ripped, beautiful man,
damn?
young. I think, not like young, but like maybe 22 or 25 in that range.
Okay, so basically like around our age.
Yeah.
You make it sound like you're so old. He was young.
Cause like eight
Like,
years strippers was like
wing.
18, you know? They're babies for me, so I'm like, ugh. Bleh.
I agree though, because now when I look at guys who are 22, I'm like, you're a baby.
Yeah, 21, 22. You haven't had your heartbreak yet. You're not mature yet. You haven't cried over like
But I know that there are definitely people who are 22 and they're mature, more mature than people who are like in their 60s sometimes, like for real. But I definitely have a stereotype that generally they're not.
I
So usually I just avoid it.
You are right because there was a boy who always said back to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, but I usually like dating older men." He was after me back then, which I can't believe why, because my self confidence is so low after that horrible date last week. But um, I had a worst date, Aubrey. I'll tell you about it on our call. But I had this boy. He was like, "Yeah, I'm." But there's a lot of people who are young who are you're mature. I'm like, "You're right. There is a lot of people who are young and mature." But I do want to say that you can't deny. I didn't say that part. I can't deny. I do want to say though, you guys don't have much experience in life and dating. Yes, you might be mature. That is true. Mature versus having experience is different. Like having experienced three different breakup, I think it matters because first breakup when I had, I was like this, right? After second breakup, I was like, okay, level two, and then after a third breakup, I was like, okay, I know, and I know what to avoid. So I do agree. Yes, you can be mature, but you don't have that much experience. Mm.
But I feel like maturity, well, I don't know. Yeah, definitely experience is number one.
Yeah.
But like for example, for you, June, I think you have way more experiences than generally people your age might. Not necessarily just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Mm.
you also came from, Korea, so you experienced another culture,
Mhm.
and your parents have another culture, and you got came here, and you went to various types of areas, different schools, different kinds of people,
Mhm.
and I feel like you've had a lot of experiences, and I've met people, like I keep using this age, but people in like their 50s or 60s, I'm sure that they've had maybe two girlfriends max. One is their wife, and they've only traveled abroad one time or
Mm.
never.
Mm.
Their hobby is like sleeping. Like this is real. They're not lying. Like, this is real stuff.
Oh god.
Um,
I
just
mean,
saying,
yeah, that's true. We are very like,
possible.
but I guess it's just different type of people. I guess. Oh, it looks so good.
It is. Oh God,
Wait,
I shouldn't talk.
could you show it to the viewers? It's beautiful. After you swallow, I'll get it. Oh, it looks so. It looks like it looks like a
I
cake.
start with the crust, if you can't tell.
It looks so beautiful. Oh my god. What? So why does every food look good in Asia? Which is true.
It's because I made it. I didn't really. I put it together.
No, you made it. I saw you. You had chocolates on this little plate. You put salt on it. You don't have a microwave, so you put the effort and you made it melted. And you got that bread and you peeled the bread cover, which I never seen it done in America, which they should, because it seems like it's fun just to peel a bread. And you made that beautiful art.
Yeah, I don't usually see that being on bread in the US though. But anyways, everyone out there, if you're thinking, should I get rid of my microwave? Should I not? I don't miss my microwave. The only thing I miss is making microwave popcorn. That's the only thing.
Well, you
Other than that, I don't care.
you heard it here. So microwaves, if you're ever gonna sponsor us, don't sponsor BJ Podcast because we don't like microwaves here.
Yeah, because we don't need you.
Yeah, microwave, more like micro nave. Anyway, Aubrey said I blacked out. It was great at this touching a stripper stick. Yeah, 22 is too young for me too, and it's gourmet Nutella and Nutella. Yes, and Nutella. Yes, I love how like you're having a tea with it and having it with like a most authentic cup as possible. I feel like that was also like your quest to buy a cup that you would like so you can drink tea from it.
No, I got this cup as a gift.
It was a great gift then. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's from Gracia, right? Yeah,
Person you
no, and
live
the
with.
sad thing is, it also came with a bottom, but it fell off of my oven. I know. It's a situation. It happened. It fell off the oven and broke. But that's okay because I still have the cup.
It's beautiful, and we can appreciate it and be like, wow, that's a beautiful cup.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for appreciating it.
No,
I'm sure Gracia
yeah.
will be happy.
I appreciate things in your life, man. It's beautiful. Like just that Nutella. Oh,
This is not okay. I don't like Nutella. Let's be real.
I never had Nutella, so I wouldn't know because it has milk in it.
Mm. Okay, that is such an excuse though, because you eat things with milk.
Only things I want to. I do.
Okay.
I do keep it strict, but then I do indulge once and now and then. If it's with you, or if it's on a date and I'm trying to impress a guy, but then guy turned out to be jackass and he was on his phone the entire time, so I kind of regret eating red velvet cake, even though. So anyway, but I usually don't, but I do eat sometimes.
Do you like hazelnuts?
I
Have
did
you
had
had?
a I did had a Nutella. It wasn't like a Nutella brand, but it was vegan, dairy free hazelnut spread. And I
And
assume that's exactly what it tastes like.
probably. Do you like it?
I like it, but I get sick because I eat a half a cup of it. Like,
Okay, well, there we go. Well, you really like it. And yeah, I don't like hazelnut and I don't like hazelnut spread. Like, okay, I say I don't like it. I don't prefer it. I will eat it. If someone makes me something with that, I will eat it. But I don't prefer it.
noted.
I'm a weirdo.
No,
Okay.
I know you love chocolate, and I know you like.
Okay, how about, okay, do you want to talk about your recent experience?
Oh
It could be good for people watching.
my
They
date.
can like,
Oh yeah. I feel ugly. Oh, you know that song by 21? I think I'm ugly and nobody wants
"I
me,
want to
wanna
know
be just like her. I wanna be pretty. Don't lie to my face, cause I know I'm ugly. And I'm like, oh, yes. Yeah. Uh, I went on a date with this dude. It was nice. He did say he watched my videos, which is weird. He was very invested. He was watching all my YouTubes, but I doubt he knows this channel. But like, he was very, I don't know, we had a very good time communicating before in person. Before in person, he was very on messaging and then he was very on call. So I really liked it. And we had few calls, 4 days, 4 calls in 4 days. And we met in person, and he was on the phone 50% of the time on the date. It was very bad. And like I thought like, okay, maybe I'm not looking attractive enough, or I look different in person. Maybe he doesn't like me. And I went myself in the bathroom, and I was like, I look good today. So I went back out, but he kept was on the phone. It does also affect your self esteem, I guess. But then we went for a walk outside. I tried to initiate physical touch and be like, hey, but he didn't respond it back. He received it, but then I was like, yeah, I feel like this is not gonna work. You're on your phone 50% of the time. But he was like, well, I'm not busy. I'm busy right now, but I'm not busy during December. And I'm like, yeah, sure. See you next time, man. And then we said goodbye, but like right now I'm over it. I'm trying to I don't know. It definitely affected me for that night. I couldn't sleep that night. I was on my phone, and then I hung out with my friend Rachel the next day to like build self esteem over. And he messaged me back when I'm home, and I was like, I'm home, and he's like, yeah, like very like shorter memory, and then shorter message, and replied something. He didn't message me back, and now I'm like, I am over him after the date, but I don't like. I think I have a rejection complex. I don't like getting rejected because I'm always on the chasing end, right? Because I think it also,
you're always being chased."
yeah, I think also stems from my breakup with my first boyfriend as well. That rejection really hurted me, and ever since then, I only went after the guys who would chase me, right? And then they would get find out who I really am, and then we would mutually break up. But then, or long distance actually, mostly it's long distance, not who I am. So I never had to deal with like a self esteem of way because I was always chased and desired after. But then this time he still wanted to meet up after, but then I guess the fact of like he was on the phone all the time, I just kept like, oh, I guess I'm not desired because it's not. You don't think someone wants you when they're like, yeah, oh yeah,
No, yeah, that's a sign of disinterest.
yeah, and he's like really passionately. It wasn't all on his email. He was on social media on some of it as well. So I'm like, he does Instagram. He makes 50, 100, $500,000 or whatever. He asked me two
Like
questions.
$500,000 a year?
No, for a house. He's selling a house, and that's how much he makes.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Well,
like,
so he
yeah,
needs commission.
yeah, you make a lot of money. But I also do like animate. I also finished an animation job, and I made good amount of money and like I know where my career is going, but he only has two questions about who I am. But I was like constantly asking him questions, so like it's weird being rejected, and I'm like, yeah, I
I
guess.
think there's so much wrong with this whole situation, and it's not on your part. And I think there's definitely times where you should like, take a moment and think, was it me? But in that situation, he was on his phone the whole time and like rude, really different than how he was before,
Yeah,
like just like a different person.
yeah,
And I mean, I would assume like you're the same in messaging in real life
yeah,
and
yeah.
how he was like being like, so like he was messaging you all the time.
Mm.
And then suddenly when he meets you, he's like on his phone. And then like, but he said he wanted to meet again and he said he was busy. Let's talk about that first. Busy thing. So we've talked about this, but I think it's good for other people if they're going through this
Yeah,
to like listen. But if someone is busy, if you really care about the other person, you'll make time for them.
yeah.
And for example, if you guys had a date planned and he realized he had to do something for work,
Hmm.
if I was him, I would have told you,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, something came up. Let's do it on this day. This is a better day. I
Yeah.
really wanted to go on this date with you, but I don't want to be on my phone the whole time
Yeah.
because I'll have to go in a meeting or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, there's ways around it.
Hmm.
And like you said, like, it was only an hour. And people who are really busy and stuff, they could even make 3 hours for you if
Yeah.
they really want to. Like, it's not that hard. Like, I know there's people who are like deadly busy. Like, I
Yeah.
know people who are like
Hmm.
they have money and they're very, because of that their jobs are high stress and they're constantly working and like meetings all day,
Hmm.
and yet they still can make time.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely not an excuse. If someone's like, oh, I'm busy, no, they can make
Exactly.
time for you.
Like that's how I always treat everyone on dates. I even if I don't like the guy in person, I would definitely spend time much with him and tell him in person, hey, let's rather be friends if that's okay. And if other
Yeah.
guys can they act, I guess from my experience, one who was mad about it and then told me, and then I was like, okay, I'll listen to you and be there for the entire time because it was a date we both agreed to. And the other time, the guy who agreed and be like, yeah, let's just be friends and we had a good time as a friend, even though we're not interested in each other because you made time for your this date. Like again, like we said, he was just a terrible one. I guess I just had never had a terrible date before, so this is the one that I went through. And and I stood up. I got stood up on before. Like guy would never show up or he would leave one time when I was in like freshman years. But then like I don't know, it's still not. It hasn't happened for a while, I guess. This kind of bad dates, it's weird because I haven't had it in like 2 3 years. So it's like, oh, I guess this is what it feels like. But then like it was also weird because I was like, okay, I guess if you're on the phone, you want to leave quickly. So I interrupted him while he was on the phone, like, hey, let's go. He was like, he did this, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I was just like, wow, Cafe Intermezzo is so beautiful. Like just by myself, like, wow, Corona, wow, oh, couple over here, oh, couple over there. But then I thought he wanted to go and he was,
No.
yeah. I should have walked out, but then I guess me being polite ass, and we do know a mutual person. But then like I did say, hey, let's go, but he was like, no, we have to eat dessert. So he ordered cake. So I assumed he liked me to stay for a cake, right?
Yeah,
It was very confusing. I don't
that's
know.
kind of strange.
I
It,
didn't understand that.
Right? I
you're,
don't either.
you're
It's confusing.
I also think it could also be a revenge on his friend, which I also found out during a date. He had a friend who recently went to San Francisco. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, who's his friend? Whatever. I never thought about it until I got very obsessive because usually when I get rejections, with my ex-boyfriend, I get very obsessive. So like I tried to like went through his Instagram, and he had a friend who went through San Francisco who I did match with Tinder like week ago, and we were chatting. We were chatting until I met this dude and we stopped chatting. And then he was commenting on his best friends from San Francisco's Instagram. So did you do this to me as like a revenge because I stood up on your friend on Tinder because I stopped messaging him? Is this why? But then why would you even? I feel that could be a possibility, but I'm also like stretching it here, right? Because like
Yeah, because that's so weird. Like no one does that. Oh,
right,
you stopped talking to me on Tinder. It's not like you were like you went on a date with that guy and were like a horrible person. You just like stopped talking to him. Just like,
yeah. And then
that's not something to get revenge for.
yeah, and we got really deep on the phone conversation. And he was saying like, yeah, my childhood, oh yeah, me being Korean and gay, and like we had a really deep conversation on the phone. So, we did have some conversation, but it was all about him, and he was 50% like he did look at me at times, but he was like on the phone. So I'm like, and then I did tell my friend, no wonder he replied so fast, and no wonder he called so fast because he is on his phone all the time. So like.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
But yes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, good for you. But dodged the bullet, honestly. Aubrey said even Siri doesn't get him. That's right. It's not Siri. That's true. It's Bixby. It doesn't matter.
Is it Bixby?
Yeah, Samsung's is called Bixby. I feel like cool.
That's way better.
It just responded.
What? Bigsby, I love you.
Wait, say something. Hold on. Say it.
Bigsby, can we get married?
Wait, hold on. Hey, Bixby. Say something. Go.
Can we get married?
That's a sweet idea, but I don't really see myself walking down an aisle.
Aw. That's cute.
Wait, I want to ask him one more thing.
Hey, Bixby.
How many kids should we have?
Oh. Says I didn't understand that.
Here, you ask them. How many kids should we have?
Hi, Bixby. How many kids should we have?
I didn't understand that.
Damn it!
Ooh, wait.
Um,
Hi, Bixby. Do you watch porn?
That's more of a human activity.
Ah! Rude!
Oh.
Pew, pew, pew!
you can say, ask him. Okay, this is really random.
Wait, hold on. Hi,
but
Bixby.
Tell him, ask him if he can fart.
Ask.
Oh, can
Wait,
you
hold on,
fart?
Hold on. Hi, Bixby. I'll do a thumbs up.
Can you fart?
I hope you're not looking for someone to blame.
Ah, I see.
Oh, because you would have farted and it was Bixby. And hey, Bixby, can you fart?
Bixby, I like those comebacks. They're not rude
Mm.
and they're not too spicy, but it's just enough.
Oh.
Aubrey, do you have any question you want us to ask Bixby?
Yeah, and thank you, Aubrey. She does say he sounds awful. Sorry you had to go through that. Yes.
Right. Okay, anyone out there, remember, you can make time for people even when you're really busy. You can call people or obviously when you meet them in person, you don't be on your phone if you really care about them. And you would never, ever do this.
Yeah. I should have been like rude, but then
Yeah,
he was.
sorry, one moment. Never do this.
I should have just walked out. Oh my god. But yeah.
I know I've had similar situations, June, though, which is why I get upset right now because I'm listening to your story and you're my good friend. But I've had situations where I've done similar things and I should have walked out on these dates and I didn't. And it happened and that's,
Yeah.
the cross to bear, so to speak. But
And
then again, hopefully by the next time, if it does happen and it's just so horrible, you can leave.
Yeah.
And they order dessert and you shouldn't feel like you have to. And I know it wasn't really like that. You didn't feel like you
Yeah.
had to because you ordered it. I think it was more like you were thinking, oh, okay, maybe the date is going to change. Maybe he's going to stop being on his phone.
Right?
And whatever, because he had shown you before, in messaging and calling you, and that he was interested in you, and but then when you met, then suddenly it was like he's on his phone all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I just want to say one thing that I kind of thought perhaps happened in this case that I mentioned before is that maybe he has some kind of complex. It could be like a social thing too. I don't know. Maybe he has some anxiety. I don't want to really give him excuses, but like I definitely think he has some sort of complex about money and age,
Yeah.
possibly. Because he mentioned it a lot apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
And like,
older and then he has more money, so I'm like,
yeah, if I was dating an older guy, they would never pay for something and say, "Yeah, I'm paying for this because I'm older than you."
yeah.
Like they would never say that. They wouldn't bring it up because it's just so unnecessary,
Yeah.
and it then makes this weird gap between you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want you to know I'm very aware that I'm older than you, even if it's by like 5 years. It's just weird. You don't say that.
Yeah.
And you don't, if you're like a normal person, like you don't say, I have a lot more money than you, so I'm gonna pay for it. You just do it. You don't say that. You don't tell someone,
Yeah.
I have more money than you, so I'm gonna pay for this.
Yes.
That's so weird. Anyone watching this, if someone's doing that, they're weird
Yeah, Aubrey.
and they have some kind of complex. Because normal people don't say that.
Yeah, and then it's so easy when you're in that position. You blame yourself, and you're like, "Is it because of me? Is it because of how I look? Or is it because of how I'm acting? Is it my voice?" But it's not. And I'm at that point now. Okay, shh. Next time he messaged, I'll be like, I want him to respond and move on and find someone else.
Yeah.
And
Because
Aubrey,
that was just so rude and inappropriate. Like, if he was to, like, he had to have a really good excuse. He had to message you and been like,
like,
I don't know, my
apologize.
grandma
Yeah.
died and I couldn't, and I was making funeral plans and I didn't want to cancel. I don't know, but even at that, I would have told you, hey, something really personal
And
came
change
up.
the time and
I'm
date.
so
Yeah.
sorry, but I just can't do this right now, and I really like you. I would like to continue this date another time. I'm so sorry. You know, even at that, even if someone died in your family, you have a decency to tell the other person.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to even say someone died. Like you could just say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. Something came up, and it's very important." And you know, I don't know. Rude.
Rude.
He's rude. And we were joking that like I don't know if I just wish I could have come in there at that moment. Like if I was living near you, you could have like messaged me and
Oh,
been
yeah.
like, save me, and then I would have come in
Totally.
and been like, bitch, ho, bye bye, we're out, my beautiful babe.
Yes.
Or I could be like coming in. I don't know how would you want to exit? What would you what's like your dream exit from a horrible date?
It's like I've never thought about this. Let me just do it on top of my head. I'm having a horrible date. I message you, you come by, and we pretend we just run into each other. You're like, oh, Anna, oh, June, yeah, yeah. You're like, oh, is this, are you guys on a date? I'm like, no, it's just a nothing. I'm like, oh, nice. Where are you going next? And we would be like, oh, yeah. Oh, do you want to get a drink together? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here, pay for the bill. Thanks, and then walk out with you and be like,
So keep it just like really quick and casual, and he's like all confused.
yeah.
Okay, so you wouldn't make it too dramatic.
No, I wouldn't splash water, and it was more like, I think the biggest blow would be like, is this something important to you? I'm like, no, not really. Do you want to go get a drink? That would be like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'd be like, oh, sorry, are you like on a date? And you'll be like, oh no, not really. I'll be like, okay, well, want to go? Kind of thing. Or you could be like,
Yeah.
or you could be like, you know, no, I'm not on a date. Let's go.
Yeah.
I see that. That's definitely a more realistic way to do it.
Yeah.
Do you have any like crazy way you would want to like get out of a date? And also, Aubrey, I want to hear your idea too. You're on a horrible, horrible date.
Yes.
You want to leave, but you want to leave like a badass. You can either say like a realistic story or a really crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. You could have like 50 hot models come in there and be like, June, we finally found. Okay, that's like a cult. Never mind, that's weird. Who cares? What would you want to happen?
I feel like the crazy way would be like like non-realistic way or like possibly realistic but crazy. There's a non-realistic one and possibly realistic but crazy.
Okay.
Non-realistic one, I would want like 50 like cameramen with flashing camera and be like, oh my god, can we get your autograph? I'm like, no, no, no. I'm like, I have to go. I'm so sorry, and then leave and never talk to him again. Right?
Oh my God, or like a helicopter sound outside,
Yeah.
and then someone comes in. Like I would want people to come in with like full like gear,
Yes.
and they'll be like, "We have to go. We
We have
have
to
to save the
Yes.
prime minister of blah blah blah.
Yes.
It's code yellow or something."
And
And
then
I'll
they
be
give me
like,
like a
I just rip off my clothes
Yes.
and I have the gear all underneath,
yes, yes,
and I'm like, all right.
yes.
And I run and we get on the helicopter.
I feel like this could be also manageable done by you, me, Alara, Aubrey, like Rachel, Ada, like all dressed up as like one of them, like a cameraman
Oh my God.
crew, like a person who's on paper all the time, like the president's paper person. You know what I mean? Like president, your
Yeah.
schedule's like or all kind of stuff. That would be a non-realistic way, but a realistic way that's crazy would just be like, just cuss the fuck out of him. I would never do it, but
But that's not, see, that's like you want to do that, but in the end, like that only
yeah.
feels good for a few seconds, and then you look bad.
Yeah, you feel like you show them it affected you. So I do want it to be like I don't want it anything crazy. Like only crazy thing that I would do would be like throwing water at someone. But like it shows
Yeah.
that you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. I do want it to be like, oh
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And
why-
I feel like that's more like a breakup thing, and like you don't really have that much
power on the
feelings
first
for
day.
him.
Yeah.
You're not like that hateful, you know.
So I guess like,
Also,
mm,
I want to bring up Aubrey said what she wanted. Her fantasy in Fantasyland, she would want Chris Evans to literally pick her up off her seat and take her on a magical date. So like Chris Evans just walks up in the room and is like picks her up and just like takes her out.
Yeah.
No work.
well, she's
Or
on a
maybe he
date.
would be like my princess. Or remember Aubrey, remember at USJ, the Naruhodo, that guy? And he was like so hot, and it was like we were in a zombie apocalypse game.
Oh my god.
It was like a live like action game.
Mhm.
And like at the end there was like actors that pretended to be part of the resistance or whatever, and one of them was like really hot, and he like asked a question to everyone and looked at Aubrey, and Aubrey was so adorable and she was just like blushing, and then he responded and he's like, "Naruhodo." Yeah. Anyways,
You're rubbing your body like, yes, my body's ready. My body's ready.
yeah,
For
oh yeah, he was cute.
Yes.
The more realistic version is, she says, "You and all my lovely friends would come get me and we'd hang out all night." So we would just come and be like, "All right, Aubrey, let's go."
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. The guy's like
Yeah,
talking,
and we'll
and then we'll be like, nah, you sit back
Yeah.
down and pay for this bill. Because she doesn't need to. I know she wants to, but fuck you. I don't know, I wouldn't say that, but we'll just be like, oh, hey, let's go somewhere. Let's go to the beach. Let's get away.
Oh my God, Aubrey says she's blushing just thinking about the Naruhodo guy.
You sound
By the
beautiful.
way, Naruhodo means like
Are you okay?
that's true. Oh, that's right. Oh, you're right. Oh, like that.
Naruhodo?
I was about to translate it and say more Japanese, but that doesn't. Oh my God.
It's okay. It sounds like he's a
That was
beautiful
so
man.
adorable. I remember that moment so beautifully when he looked at you and when your cute little like blushy face and you were like, yeah.
That's good.
Aubrey had that cute like little like little face, you know.
What about you? Would you have a fantasy expectation and then real realistic way to get
Oh
out
my
of it?
gosh. I kind of want it to be like super dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
So either I want like the spy, like I'm on a mission and make it look like I'm really important and that I'm too busy for this person. Be like, oh, I have my, I'm sorry, I have to assassinate someone in 20 minutes, gotta go. Or like, you know, I have
Mm-hmm.
some important business I have to take care of, so gotta go.
Yeah.
And or people come in and they're like fighting me, and I just like they just start fighting me, and I just fight my way out, and then suddenly I'm just like not there, and like the room's like
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah.
So they'll be confused. Or I want it really, really, really dramatic, and I want someone like a hot guy to come in and be like, Anna, come back to me. I just and he's like I've been away for 5 or 10 years volunteering and
Yeah.
saving people in whatever country, and now I'm back, and I told you I would be back and I would be a changed man, and you told me after 10 years you would take me back if I did, and I am, and I'm ready. I'm ready for
So
you.
you met this man at like 20, like 15 or like 14.
And he has like long luscious lashes, and he has like this like chiseled face, and he's like, I'm ready, and there's like roses behind him,
And then
and then
his
like
skin glows
I
like
go,
Edward.
and I'm like, oh, I don't know, really? And he's like, yes, and I'm like, okay, and like we just go out there like very dramatically.
Yes, I like that one the most. That's my favorite one.
Yes.
He would come into his lighting. There's a Korean drama where like a main character gets put into a Korean drama's world, and then she has to act a side character. But like there was a scene the Sunshine follows the main girl character, and she's trying to get in front of her, but then Sunshine moved around. I feel like I feel like that would be for him whenever he walked. Like when it's no, I waited for his Sunshine to be like,
Yes. And he's like, wait a second, and then the guy gets in front of him and like knocks him over on accident because he's just being dramatic.
yeah. But then, like, the way he gets knocked up is more slow motion. His hair gets messy on his face beautifully, and Sunshine moves towards him, and it's like sparkle,
Yeah.
sparkle. Yes.
Yeah, everything he does is just beautiful, and then everything everyone else does is like just normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I just want to say something that happened to me yesterday, and I want to hear what you would do. Or, you know, if you wouldn't do anything. So I was coming back from work, and I was kind of tired.
Tired. Yes.
And I got that bread. You know that bread that I
The
had over
bread,
there?
Wonder Bread.
Yeah, all the assorted breads. And so I know this is obviously bad. And I don't do this like but maybe like once a month. That's kind of often. But so on the train, you know, usually you have all your stuff like on your lap because
Yeah.
obviously people want to
Shaky,
sit down.
Yeah.
But like because of Corona, there was just people standing and not sitting, and there was a lot of empty seats.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's not good. It's a sin, okay, but I put my bread because I had 2 bags and an umbrella, and then also my dinner and the bread. So I put it on the seat beside me, the bread.
Yeah.
My bags and stuff were on my lap, but it was just so much, and like yeah. So okay, I know that's a sin, but here's what happened. There's no one sitting there, and one stop before my station. One stop. The station before my station. Someone just like sat down, and they sat down like half on the bread. Because yeah, and they could have been like they could have moved it, or they could have asked me to move it, but they didn't. She just sat down like this, like really fast and hard, not even like the normal slow thing, just to make a point. And she like looked at me.
Did she not say sorry or
No.
sorry?
And the bitchiest thing is, she got off at the next stop. So I think she was just trying to make a point that you can't put yourself on this, which, yeah, okay, I totally agree. That was not the greatest thing, but at the very least, you could be like, excuse me, I want to sit. I don't know. Like, I just, like, that was just, like, fighting moves. And I like,
Did you say something back? Or
no, I grabbed my bread really quick because that was my reaction after she sat on it. And my jerk reaction is to punch people. Okay, I've worked on this over time. Okay. But I really wanted to punch her in the face so bad.
I would too. How old was she? Was she
But
Japanese?
first of all, I'm not a Japanese citizen, so if I was to do something,
Yeah, that's
there's a high
sad.
likelihood I could go to jail or get deported. Even like, and obviously it's not an important enough situation to punch someone, but in my mind, I wanted to because I'm just like it was such a fighting move. Who does like okay? What would you?
First of all, I think putting a bread on Japanese train during Corona time is fine. I would put my stuff.
Not.
I would put stuff on the side seat. I don't know. I've seen a lot of ajumas do it, but I do know why you're conscious about it because you're in a foreign country and you're a foreigner, and the police is not on your side. I would have yelled at her or something. She did it in a
Yeah,
bitchy
but the
way.
thing is, I had my bread on the seat, and that was my bad. You know what I mean? Because then other people can't sit down.
I mean, I get I get it. Was all the seats taken at that point? I guess.
At that point, I guess I was kind of like sleepy, like my eyes were closed and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but still, it doesn't hurt to like. Excuse me. Would it be okay if I sit here? Could you remove your blood?
yeah,
Thank
or
you.
like even just like picking it up and putting it on my lap, even. Like, I mean, that's even better. Like, it's not the greatest, but it's better than sitting on it.
Yeah.
And like, it's just the bitchiest thing was it was one station before her station, so she didn't need to do that. That's like the thing.
It's just a bitch. Making my way downtown. You know what? Karma's gonna get her. She's gonna buy bread, and then she's gonna get the biggest food poisoning of her life. Because I had one 2 weeks ago, so I hope she dies from that food poisoning.
Oh my god, I hope she doesn't die, but
Not like
I
die,
don't
but
know.
like die on a toilet and like literally throwing up and dying and be like, I wish I was dead. But still, bitchy thing. I don't know. I would have been mad. I would have been like, bitch. I don't know if they're like, you're not Japanese. I don't care. I don't live here. I don't know this girl named Anna next to me. I'm staying as a Korean person.
But okay, but it's so hard to say something because I was the one that had my bread on the thing. So I would have been like, if I was like, why'd you sit on
No,
my
it's
bread?
still your property, and maybe this is
I would have
American.
been like, why you have your bread on the seat? You know?
Still doesn't give excuse. I feel like Rachel will get fired up about this. I'm not as fired up, but like
I
I'm still
must say,
mad.
Rachel would never have her bread on the seat because she's
She would
almost
never.
overly
She
considerate
would.
of
I
people.
agree. She would never, ever.
She
But
would have had herself everything piled up and been on the tiniest area so she wouldn't affect anyone at all.
she'd be doing
And
this. She would be like,
this.
it's like juggling, like leaning back and
Yes,
forth. She'd be like,
yes.
in on her seat, like, woo, until her stop.
Yes.
No, I would be like putting out. It's an empty seat. Whatever. We do it here in America, and I did it. I seen people do it in Korea, and maybe it is different. It's in Japan. But for her to sit down on it and destroy something that you bought a bread for, I'm sure it still is good, right? It's just not
It
in
was
shape.
okay. She like sat on half of it
That's good. If she,
because it was like half on the seat.
maybe next time you should buy a spiky bread, huh?
Oh yeah, next time I should just put little poison. Actually, that's what I was thinking. In that moment, I was like, I wish there was like some invisible ink like on the package so that when she sat on it, the ink would have rubbed off on her and like been visible
Oh
and
yeah.
then yeah.
That'd be
Because
good.
it's like it's not like good, but it's not like it doesn't hurt her.
Yeah.
It just hurts her clothes and her pride.
Yeah, and be like, well, she'd be like, hey, you put ink on me. I'm like, oh, didn't told you to sit on my bread.
Well, you sat on my bread. Well, you put your bread on the seat. That's right.
That's
I
right,
did.
but you should have asked me to move it before you destroy my property. So hey, be a kind human, or not even a kind human. Be a
Yeah.
decent human once in a while. You piece of shitty shit. You think you're so cool? You're not cool. You're Daijobu Janai,
Yeah.
bitch.
You're Daijobu Janai, bitch. Can we have that on a shirt?
Yeah.
Actually, I would love that shirt.
Yeah.
You're Daijobu Janai, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm Daijobu. I'm Daijobu. You're Daijobu Janai.
Bitch. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna write that down. I really like that.
Yes. You're Daijobu Janai, bitch. Yes. Iconic moment. History. Seeing history. I can't wait when we see each other again. It will happen soon. I feel it. Like either beginning of next year or in middle
Yeah.
of spring, but I cannot wait. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna be a different human being. It's been a year almost. We're gonna be like, wow, we're Daijobu, but that bitch who sat on your bread is Daijobu Janai.
Oh, that bitch is about Daijobu janai.
Yes.
I love this. Okay, I'm gonna start because I always say this, and like, there's so much gold that comes out of your mouth,
Our mouth,
and
yes.
sometimes me too. And like, I always say like we should write these down, but I don't. So now I'm starting it. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
the
right?
quotes,
I feel like
and then
totally.
one day when we want to make merch, we'll have all these quotes to choose from.
I feel like our store will do good. People wear anything and anime or Japanese related. We'll be like, "You Daijobu Janai, bitch," and like all that good stuff. People has a shirt that says, "She's not my dad. He's my boyfriend."
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, definitely.
And then
Yeah.
it sells. So if that thing sells, if we go to anime convention, we can sell that shit. I'm Daijobu. You're not Daijobu Janai, bitch, or
Oh
something.
God, like furries. Oh, bestiality. He's not my dog. He's my boyfriend. Oh my God. I'm sorry I went there, but I was just imagining that.
I'm
Like
glad you went there because it changed my life, and I love when you go somewhere. Cause my sweat is getting my eye. Let me wipe it real quick. Cause you know when your salty sweat gets into your eye or your greasy face, it hurts you. But yes.
Yeah, for sure.
My God.
Greasy face, gang.
Aubrey's
And anyone else here has a greasy face? Please comment below, and we can share. I have a very oily face, and by the end of the day, like I can like wipe a good thick oil, or I could just do this, and it's just completely shiny, sparkly.
all magical.
But I'm just saying, Jen, we're gonna look younger longer, and that's what I'm telling myself.
Oh yeah, we are. We're never gonna be wrinkly. We'll be like, wow, so much oil. That's what makes us young. We'll be like, what's your secret to Gene? I'm like, well, going
Oh
to
my
Africa.
gosh.
Okay.
I had a great idea, June. We'll have our own facial spa, and we only take customers in the morning and at night. So what we do is we go on their face and we just rub our face on their face. So like our morning oils when we just wake up. And that's gonna be, how much should we charge? $500?
Oh yeah, $500, but with tax it'll be $5,000.
What kind of tax is this? But yeah, and then at night, after we've been through our day, we have the night facials where we rub our face on their face.
Oh
And
yeah.
same price.
And we like, and then we don't even have to wipe it. It just does. We do this, and then it splatters.
Oh my
on the
God.
face. I hope not,
And
but
we can have a happy hour one, so one in the afternoon because it's not as much, it hasn't built up as much.
that's true.
And that will be like $300.
With tax, 3,000. We gotta tax it, yeah. No, oh, that's like the quote I say: know your worth and add tax to it always. So you know you're worth $25, add
Yeah.
tax to it. You know.
Oh wait, I'm gonna add that. Wait, is that something you heard from someone or is that your own quote?
Oh, it's my own quote: know your worth and then add.
Okay,
tax
I'm
to
gonna
it.
add that because that's a beautiful. I'm adding it to the quotes from June.
I'll make one too, and we'll make shirts, and we meet up in Japan, and Monday through Friday we'll wear all these matching shirts, and people will be like, "Whoa, nandeska," and we'll be like, "Yes." Aubrey says,
Okay.
"OMFG, I love that shirt idea, and screw that lady. I swear I'm so oily I can use it to fry chicken."
Oh wait, I don't know if you were taking a shower earlier, Aubrey, but
She did.
June also said something for a shirt idea, which is you are Daijobu janai, bitch.
Yeah, you're in the Daijobu
I'm
Janai,
thinking
bitch.
we could just have I'm Daijobu janai or something. I mean like I'm not okay or
Yeah.
something.
I'm Daijobu
But I
Janai.
like the bitch at the end.
I'm Daijobu Janai,
Daijobu
bitch.
Just have like a random Japanese word and at the end say bitch. Like
Yeah.
turd bitch, you know.
Yeah,
Come
what
here,
if,
bitch.
what if you're like not
Come
doing
on.
okay and someone's like, "Oh, how are you doing, Slimy?" And then you just show them your shirt. I'm Daijobu Janai, bitch. Yeah.
This is some real stuff. This is the quotes that make it or break it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, Aubrey or Rachel and Emily told me that there's a famous fish market in Japan where a lot of people go where they sell fishes, and they also have a vendor where they sell like a lot of seafood and like cheaper price. Apparently, it's closed
Yeah,
down and it's rebranded with like a new for more tourists or something, and like
it's
whatever.
closed now.
Yeah, that's what they said, and then they showed me the picture. And I was like, oh, I wanted to go there when I go to Japan.
It's okay. It's not.
It's not that great. Yes.
Well, I didn't go to the area where they do auctions. I feel like that's where it would have been really interesting. But
Nah, I just want
yeah,
food.
everything is being gentrified, like
What
under
does Japanese
gentrification.
gentrification look like? Is it more like a fast food, or is it more like a, ooh, I like this hair, and then there's like a puff?
So like gentrification means you're taking somewhere and you're making it to match more of a upper middle class taste,
Which
middle class upper
yeah.
class taste, and usually it's where you take somewhere maybe that's a little bit more poor or crime ridden and
But
or
like that
underdeveloped.
area, I wouldn't assume that area would be like crime, like because in America, I do know what gentrification is, more like taking a hood and making something. But I wonder what it's like Japanese equivalent. Okay, taking this area where
Oh no.
there's a lot of seafood places, but making it
No, I
more.
mean like well that area that's not necessarily like crime, but it's definitely like and maybe there is, but it's definitely a little older and
Which is
um
fine.
it's a little outdated. So I think they're gonna try to make it look less because right now it's more Showa. Showa style. Showa is like after the war, after World War II until like the 80s, I think. And so it has like that kind of 60s, 70s vibe.
Hmm.
So it's a little bit outdated. So I think they're gonna try to um, update it. But yeah, like where I used to live in a place called Kokubunji,
Yeah.
which is Western Tokyo.
Yeah.
And 20 years ago, even, it used to have a lot of crime and stuff near the station. And there was a lot of tiny mom and pop shops near
Hmm.
the station.
Hmm.
But they changed the whole area. It underwent gentrification, and
Hmm.
there's like really tall apartment buildings above the station, and the station's gorgeous. The areas around the station, all those stores are gone,
Hmm.
and it's really nice. But again, in that process, you lose all of that character. But
Yeah.
yeah, the crime is now basically gone, which is good. But on the other hand, it's like there a lot of the nature has been lost and those mom and pop shops, so it's just completely different. Also where I'm living now,
Hmm.
which I don't want to necessarily say that where I'm living now, but it's an area in Tokyo. It's really popular,
Hmm.
and it used to be like even just 10 years ago it was almost completely different.
Hmm.
It's really undergone gentrification,
Hmm.
and um, it's become a lot more beautiful. But I hang out with people who are a lot of people who are like in their 40s. So they're like, yeah, when I was like, they're not old, but they're like, yeah, when I was 20, I used to live here or something, and like it was just very different.
Hmm.
And in a way, there's a lot of good things that were lost
Yeah.
due to this, but I mean, it's become definitely more beautiful for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like there's always good and bad comes with it. I feel like it's not gonna lessen my experience or your experience in Japan anyway. So it's not like they're making people and kicking out of their houses, which they do it in Busan sometime. They did kick my
Yeah,
grand aunt, such a weird name, grand aunt. She has like a amazing seafood place. It's called Aguchim.
a
The
great aunt.
great aunt, my grandfather's sister, great aunt, right? There was a really
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
aguachim, which is like an angler fish. You know the fish with like a light on the end. That's like woo. It's very common eatery in Busan, and then
Oh yeah, beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very spicy. The
What?
fish is very good. It's so soft, and you eat it with bunch of bean sprout. It is so good. It's the best thing I ever had in my life. I get some in America.
Oh
I
my god, I want to eat that with you.
It's so good because she moved to a different place. It used to be in Busan, right in front of my like my right near my grandfather's place. But like recently, it became gentrified, and then they had like yakuza's come and kick people out, and like it wasn't more like bad in a way. She did get paid like a
Hmm.
shit ton. My grandaunt did get paid like a shit ton of money, but like not willingly. Like she wanted to live there and continue to sell there, but because it
Yeah.
was a house and also a restaurant. So it was a really good, the best anglerfish, hole in the wall, really, really old, like 60 to 70 years old. Like it may be historic in a way, but like they're gentrifying it and making it all good.
Wow, that's so
It's sad for
sad.
her, but then like her son who lives with her, with his wife, is happy. I guess because he wanted to get out of there for a while. But sad for my grandaunt, but it is getting gentrified and brand new, and I don't even recognize it anymore. When I was young, I used to recognize a lot about Busan, but now I'm like, I don't even know what this is. But like, I guess it's not all bad. It's good because it's modern. It fits the time. It's more convenient.
Yeah.
But it's like convenience store, which is bad in a way, because my grandpa's business, which my mom and dad used to do before moving to America, there was a beach right here. Imagine it's like a Florida beach, and my we used to have a grocery store there that sells ice cream and like snacks, and it used to be right in front of the beach, right here, like literally 1 minute away from the beach. And we would have shit ton of people who's coming to beach
Yeah.
who would buy ice creams yearly, right?
Yeah.
Especially in summer. We would make shit ton of money until a convenience store moved in nearby,
Yeah.
and which definitely did affect the business. Convenience store is nice and everything,
Oh.
but like it's just the same amount of distance, and it's more air conditioner, right? Because it's inside of convenience store. So gentrification, I love convenience store in South Korea.
Yeah.
When I went there, I literally like spent $100 worth of snacks because I was deprived of this snack. So I just ate it because I enjoyed it. But then thinking about from my parents' perspective, oh, it must suck to have a convenience store nearby, like all that stuff, you know, meow meow. But on that beautiful
Yeah.
note, it is one
That's
ten.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentrification. I'm sure it will happen to us one day. Maybe they'll tear down.
What?
I'm sure it will happen to us one day. Maybe they'll start tearing down targets and start placing like spaceship portals. And we're like, yeah, Target used to be a thing, but now everyone wants to go to space, huh? Yeah. But,
Oh my god. I love now everyone wants to go to space, huh? And then you just drink your tea.
oh yes. And drink my tea. But on that note, I am about to
Okay.
pass out. I do want to
Beautiful.
give you a private. I'm gonna give Anna a private tour of my room just on a line call real quick. But good night, everyone. This was June. Did you say I'm? Wait, I think there's a real
Yeah, oh, this is Anna, and we are.
BJ Podcast.
Hello? Oh, we forgot that.
I feel like there's like a
Wow,
lag.
there's like a huge lag right now
Yes, so it's a good time to end.
for me.
Yes. Thank you, Aubrey, for watching. I'll call you right away on the phone. Bye bye.
Okay, well, I really appreciate you guys. Yes. Please come back and tell us what you want to watch, and we'll try to do this more regularly. We were both going through some very specific things that
Spy mission.
made it difficult to do it weekly, but now
Yes.
both of us are more in a position to do it.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
We're both still looking for jobs, so
We will do
Okay.
our best, and we'll let you know always on the post. And
well, this beautiful man. Yes. All right, bye. Love you guys.
bye bye.